Hi guys. I know I said I wasn't going to do a tutorial or whatever until after Christmas, but I have some extra time right now. All my kiddos are sleeping and my husband's at work, so I figured since I'm going to be in my craft room and coloring and stuff anyways, I might as well go ahead and do a tutorial for you guys. So this is the image that I've chosen. This is Flirty Anya from the Greeting Farm. And I've already colored her skin and her hair. And I'm going to show you how to color her dress. Now I wanted to show you on this particular one just because she's not really detailed. So I kind of want to start off with a really simple image to start off with, and then later on, I can get into more detail. So there's a couple things that you'll need. You'll obviously need your image, and you will need, if you're actually stamping your image, you will want a permanent fade resistant ink. I like to use Memento Tuxedo Black so that when you use your mineral spirits it doesn't fade or doesn't smudge the lines or anything like that. So you can use that, or StazOn ink works as well. So I've done that, and you'll also want a thicker cardstock. I actually got this cardstock from, let me think, allthatscraps.com. I got a little pack of like 10 sheets, and this paper is Copic quality because I bought it when I used to use Copics. But so I just have that, but you can use like a watercolor paper or anything like that. There's a lot of different ones out there. I have only tried this one, so I can't tell you really which one's better or anything like that, but I just wanted to do a quick tutorial. So what we'll need for this one, I'm going to color her dress and her rose and her shoes red, and I'm using the Prismacolor Crimson Red. Probably can't see that. It's kind of got a glare on it, but it's crimson red. And then you will need some mineral spirits. I'm using Gamsol, and this is an odorless mineral spirit. And then you will need a blending stump, and that's what it looks like. Mine's kind of dirty because I just got done doing her hair, so I'm going to use the other side so I don't get anything on there. If you're doing an image and when you're changing colors on your stump, what you do is you get a file, like a nail file or whatever, and you'll move this out of the way real quick. You'll kind of shave all of that colored stuff away, and you want to make sure that you're sharpening it to a point as well when you're taking away that color, so that you can get in any small spaces or whatever. So I've already done that with this side. So we're going to go ahead and color it in. So with this image, what I'm going to do, and usually what you will do with Prismacoloring, is you will outline the image first. And I'm not going to outline the entire thing. I'm only going to go where I want my shadows to be. Okay, so right around here I want some shadow, excuse me, under her bust line right here, over here, and I'm going to go ahead and right here where the image kind of curves up, I'm actually going to exaggerate that line with my color pencil, and I'm going to bring it up a lot more, and you'll see how that comes together once we've got it all colored in. So again, right here I'm going to do the same thing, just exaggerate a little bit. I'm not pressing very hard at all. At this point we can always go back and deepen the color for our shadows and things like that. Right now we're just kind of laying down some color. Some people like to go ahead and do a whole quick little, like, cover everything with a light coloring, but I like to do it this way. It gives you a little bit more control over your shadowing. Okay, so then I'm going to get my stump. I'm gonna wet it with my gamsol, and I'm just daubing it in here. Yeah, I still have some black in here from her hair, and I need to clean that off, but it's not going to come off on my stump or anything, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so I've got that wet, and then all you do is you kind of pull that color, you go in circular motions, and you're going to kind of pull that color away from the edge to fill in that area, okay? So you can see right here, I'm going right along the edge. Just pulling that color inward in a circular motion. And it's okay if you still have some white areas, because we're not too worried about all that right quite yet. Okay, so I'm going to come back in with my pencil again, and I'm going to push a little bit harder this time. Again, I'm going to exaggerate that line right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and blend some more. So I'm wetting my pencil or my stump again. Okay. And there you can kind of see it pulled it out a little bit more, so it kind of fills that in a little bit. Right there on her bust where I just drew that little line, I'm not actually going to pull it out, I'm just going over it again to kind of blend it just a tad into that again, so it's not all unblended. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go back again. It is a process, it does take some time. I'm going to go in and I'm going to push even harder this time, and I'm going to really exaggerate these lines. Okay, make sure your stump is nice and wet. And this time I'm not really worrying so much about pulling the color out. I'm kind of just going over it a little bit more. Just to blend it just a tad. I'm not pulling it too much. Okay. Alrighty, and there is our dress. Now you can see how there's some lighter spaces here, here, and here. The reason that I do that is because I want it to look like her dress is kind of waving outward rather than just flat against the page. I want to give it some dimension and make it look like it's like this part right here is coming out towards us. Okay, now you can always go back and add more if you'd like. Just go until you're happy with it. There's not really any rules to it, you know. Now I do that like with I wanted to kind of explain to you with the hair. I haven't done a tutorial, and I will probably do a tutorial, probably not with black hair, but whenever you have, I'll show you. Okay, so you see how her hair comes out right here, and then right here, you know. Anytime the hair comes out, you want to have a lighter space there. And that makes it appear as if it's coming towards you rather than just being flat on the page. And with her hair, I always do this with my hair no matter what color I'm doing. I always do a lighter little kind of halo looking thing right in the middle, right around the entire area of the head. And that also gives the illusion of a shine and a more dimensional look, so it looks as if it's coming outward. Because I like to, anytime you're coloring, you always want to have a light source of, you know, where your light source is coming from, whether it's coming from the right, the left, you know, the top, whatever. You always want to have a light source and follow that throughout the entire image. And that helps you to know where your shadows and things like that are going to be. Personally, I always like to have the light source coming straight directly towards them, just because it's a little bit easier to figure out where shadows would be. And especially with Prismacolors, you can always, you know, outline everything pretty much and just have the center be the lighter portion, which is which coincides with having the light source directly at them. So that's just a couple little tips and tricks. I hope that helped you out with the whole dress thing, and you can definitely tell how it makes the dress pop more. It's not, rather than just having it all plain one color, you know, adding your own. Just because there's not a line that comes up here doesn't mean that you don't, you know, that you don't color it or shade it or whatever. You know, you have to think of how it would look if it were realistic. So that's my tutorial for you guys on the dress. I know it was a quick one, but I hope I helped you guys out. I wanted to show you a couple other images that I colored in really quick. This is one that I did. This is the Ida from, or not Ida, Mommy and Mimi Lulu from the Lulu collection from stampingbella.com. I actually copied as far as the colors and how I colored her from the Stamping Bella here on YouTube, because she did an awesome card and I wanted to see what it would look like in person, so I kind of copied her coloring, but yeah, hers is way better. But so I did that one. I really liked the colors in that one. And then this is another one that I did. This is Ida Lulu, also from stampingbella.com. I will have to color her again because I got some ink right here, but other than that, I'm really happy with her. I love the colors. And for all of these, pretty much, except for her skin, I did use 2 colors on her skin, but the red, the aqua, everything is all one colored pencil, one color. So I love colored pencils way more than Copic markers. I have tried the Copics and I like these better. You get a lot more for your money, and I feel like you can shade a lot more than you can with Copics. So but, you know, to each their own. I'm not knocking Copics at all because they're really neat and, you know, they're really cool markers. But I love my Prismacolors, and I don't think I'll ever go back to Copics. But anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye!